And welcome back to part 2 of Gothic 3 Let's Play. I did some grinding. Now, let's see what we got to do. We got to get some weapons and get rid of an orc patrol. I wonder if you fought in the arena already.
You look like you could take a
we
beating or
didn't.
two. What about a little fight in the arena?
Well, time to show you how the arena works.
You want to go up against me?
Well, not really. You're among friends here. We humans must stick together against the orcs. I need some training. You look like you might be an equal opponent.
Meet me in the arena.
All right, so let's see what you've got.
The whole arena business is very easy. You find someone who wants to fight, you go with him to the arena, and then you do like you're supposed to do. You fight.
That's the way.
Beating the arena often gives you some extra points for your stats. It can also give you reputation points for the towns. Speaking of which, let's get back to the reputations map a little bit. Now, I already explained how the reputation works with the teams themselves, like the factions. But I didn't explain what the whole... Well, there's something else. Let's take this place, for example. You can see it has its own reputation meter. Like here. But here it has some reputation already. That's because I helped the rebels a little. Every time you help, well, a town or a camp or whatever place you're in which is marked on this map, you can get some reputation points. If you get 75 of those, you can access some more secret areas. That's mainly with the orcs, not with the rebels. But yeah, it's pretty useful. We'll get more to that once we get to once we get out of this shitty cave.
If I were you, I wouldn't venture too far into this cave system.
He's just a pussy, don't worry about him.
What's wrong with these caves?
We haven't completely explored them yet. There's supposed to be another exit somewhere to the east. Unfortunately, the eastern caves are teeming with beasts.
I won't do that quest.
What's your job?
I'm on guard duty. I'm watching the southern exit of Reddock. In my spare time, I train in the arena for the real thing.
Would you fight me in the arena?
Why not? A little more training can't hurt.
Fight with me in the arena.
All right. But don't forget that this is only a sparring match. We'll meet in the arena.
Joey here has another quest where you are supposed to clear out that cave which he's guarding. I'm not gonna do
Now
it
we'll see who's
because
stronger.
the quest is a bit too long and there's nothing interesting to see there other than some new enemies, which we'll see anyway. At least we'll definitely see lizards and goblins later on. See, I beat him and I got reputation in Reddock, plus 10. Reputation points here are pretty big for the quests, so it's pretty easy to rack them up. Of course, it will all go to shit if you start a liberation or just genocide or whatever. So, be on the watch out.
You're new here, aren't you? Many refugees have joined us in Reddock lately, but your face isn't familiar.
I thought I talked to him already.
We drove the orcs out of Ardea.
So we owe this to you. Well done. Our people will take care of things from now on. I have other tasks for you if you want to help us.
Talking to him alone already got me a level up and some extra reputation. Pretty cool.
I need weapons.
So do we. Unfortunately, there is one small problem with that.
And
Our
that
last
if everyone...
smith died in combat. Since then, our smithy has been abandoned. If you know somebody who could take his place, send him to us.
Well, I know one. Do you know one?
Are you in charge here?
I'm the most experienced man here when it comes to fighting orcs. I guess that would make me something like a leader of this rebel camp.
He explains more about the war and the paladins, well, what happened exactly to them.
What do you...
No,
He also tells the most obvious thing about Zardes, that he's in an alliance with the orcs.
How can I support you?
there are many possibilities for furthering our cause. Just walk around here and ask the people in the camp. We need to prepare for the revolution in Cape Dun.
Explain this revolution thing to me.
The cities of Myrtana are ruled by orcs.
No shit.
But some of us rebels are lying low within the cities. When the time comes, the rebels will mobilize both slaves and free humans for the revolution. You must find these undercover rebels and follow their orders if you want to support us.
Most of the time they follow my orders, but whatever.
Who is this undercover rebel in Cape Dun?
He's moving among the slaves in Cape Dun, so we won't be recognized. I hope they haven't found him out yet. I will not tell you who it is. I don't know you well enough for that. But if you can gain his trust, tell him that Javier sent you to support him.
Nope, he didn't die, and he's the most obvious person to find in Cape Dun, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
You won the fight. Good job. You've got what it takes. If
Sometimes when you beat some of your opponents in the arena, you can talk to them again and get some extra experience.
Well fought.
Or a healing potion, for that matter. Right, there's only one more thing left that we can do in Reddock. So let's not waste any more time. Where's that asshole? Oh. That guy over there is Marlowe. He can tell you more about trading opportunities if you're interested. However, it'll cost you some money. Well, let's talk to this guy.
What? Oh, yes. I am a bit jumpy. I'm sorry. What can I do for you?
Who are you?
My name is Sebastian. I am the alchemist here in Reddock.
I could never have guessed that.
You wear the clothes of a fire mage.
Before the war, I was a high mage of the fire. Then came the day when we fire mages lost our rune magic. And soon after that, the war was over. The robe is all I have left of my rank.
Cool story.
Why did you fire mages lose your magic?
I have spent many sleepless nights trying to answer that question. All I know is that we could no longer hold off the orcs without our rune magic. Many fire mages were killed.
Yeah, Sebastian doesn't know much about what the hell happened here, so there's no point asking him, or at least listening to that.
What will you do now?
He explains some more about other things, like what's the ancient ones, the artifacts, some other things. It's not entirely interesting, but he does let you know about yet another main quest.
What is so special about the fire chalices?
The fire chalices are ancient, and were thought to have been lost for many years. It is said that they possess powerful magical capabilities, but I am no expert. If you should find a fire chalice, take it to my brethren in Nordmar. They will be able to tell you more about it than I can.
Well, let's finish that quest first.
Tell me something about alchemy.
It is the only way of...
He talks
Teach
too
me
much.
what you know about alchemy.
I would gladly do that. But unfortunately, I don't have enough ingredients to teach you. If you can get me 10 healing plants, I will share my knowledge with you.
I'll get you some healing plants.
These plants grow almost everywhere. I don't think you will have a problem finding them.
If you did exactly as I did and collected those healing plants before we entered Reddock the first time, this should be no problem.
Here are your 10 healing plants.
Wonderful. Now, I can share my knowledge with you.
Now he can teach us more about ancient knowledge
You
and alchemy. There isn't that much to learn about alchemy from him. You can learn how to make fire arrows and brew some potions. Other people know more knowledge, so it's more useful to talk to them. But then again, I'm not really going to waste time teaching, well, talking and learning all this stuff, since it's not a necessary thing. I'm only going to get the skills which are necessary to beat the game, or at least make it a lot easier. For example, honing blades, which does make your weapons much more effective. So now that we dealt with almost everything in Reddock, let's go to that orc farm. On the first part I left up some orc farm, which was pretty close to Reddock. I left it there because there is someone which we need to get, and we can only get him when we talk to Javier first about his smith problem. That guy over there.
Don't fool around here, stranger, or the orcs will punish us.
You mean you?
What are you doing here?
I'm a slave to the orcs. They make me work as a woodcutter on this farm. I'm working my butt off here, even though I'm actually a blacksmith, damn it. But a smith doesn't count for much with the orcs if he's only human.
See?
You're a blacksmith? Can you teach me your art then?
Ha! How can I do that without a forge? I'm sorry, but that's asking too much. Find me a smithy with no orcs around, and I will show you whatever I can.
I see. I will set you free.
Balderdash, the orcs are going to skin you alive.
Cliff here is a blacksmith. We can get him back to Cape Dunn. But first, here's a nice little trick how to earn extra money.
What are you doing here, Mora? Shouldn't you be working in the fields? I hope for your sake that you already have an owner. Otherwise, you belong to me now.
I have come to challenge you to a duel.
Pretty cocky of you, little man. But whatever you want, you'll have your fight. No one beats me, Mora.
Easy. What he's gonna do. See, that didn't take much. I even got some extra points on my strength. Now he got some coins and some booze on him. Don't forget to take those. Here's some other bundle of weapons. Don't forget to take those as well. Now let's just wait till he wakes up. While he does that, I guess I'll talk about more of the story of the game. Now you know Paladins, well, Javier and Sebastian already told us that since magic got blown to shit, everyone started losing to the orcs like a bunch of morons. Well, you see what the problem is? It was Zarda's fault. So now, these fire chalices come into action. We kinda surfaced recently, and now, if you want to help the good guys, you gotta get these fire chalices. You kinda energize them at some one point, which we'll probably get to later on. And then you hand it out to all the paladins in Gothic 3, and then they can help you out. At least for most of them. But here he is, already woken up, waiting till we steal some more money out of him.
You fought well, Mora. What prize do you want for winning your fight?
Take gold.
I want gold.
You'll get it. Here is your gold. And now go. I have things to do.
And that's how you earn 531 gold coins.
Put
I know
away
it's
your
not
weapon.
much, but it's still something. Because here in Gothic 3 every coin counts.
Orag, there is a fight.
Now let's just finish up this orc quest for Gelford, I guess? I guess that's how you say his name. Well, that wasn't so hard after all, was it? That's it.
You are free now.
Thank you. I thought I was going to die.
What a pussy.
The rebels in Reddock are in need of a blacksmith.
Hey, that's wonderful. Finally, I get to work as a smith again. But I don't even know where to find this place, Reddock.
I will take you to Javier. He's in charge in Reddock.
Thank you very much, stranger. Let me know when it's time to go.
I'll take you out of here.
Good.
Now you have a new character who's going to follow you around, Cliff. You can tell him to sit in some spot or give him a potion which he can use if he is hurt. I would not suggest giving him any. It's not that much to walk. Plus, it could be a waste if he actually dies. In which case, what the hell were you doing to get him killed in the first place? There's no way you can hurt him at this point, since he counts as a follower, not some kind of normal character. Followers are invincible to your attacks. You can only hurt him if you tell him to stop following you.
If that's the way you want it.
That wolf would have probably heard it, Cliff. Oh, dragon root. Oh, fuck you, Cliff. The main problem with follower characters is that they are slow. Very slow. And, well, they always get themselves killed in the most ridiculous ways. So I usually just avoid getting one in the first place. If you feel like they're useful to you, well, go ahead, get one. It's your choice. But I usually avoid getting them.
The orc patrol on the farm is no more.
Thanks be to Enos. That troop really gave me a headache. I really don't want to know how you did it. Well done, anyway. Here's a share of our gold, stranger.
The roaming orc patrol has been destroyed.
That's great. They were coming dangerously close. Good job. Here's your share of our gold.
10,000. Oh, sorry. I'm getting crazy. 1,000 gold coins just for killing those two groups of orcs. You know, the first one we killed in the first part? Yeah, that one also counts. So we gotta lead Cliff all the way back to Javier. It doesn't just count as walking to Reddock and then just leaving him there. You know, no. You gotta make sure he gets to Javier. And only then it's going to count as mission complete. It's a bit annoying, but what you gonna do? Just make sure you're not sprinting while he's following you, cause he will get stuck at some point. Then you'll have to walk all the way back just like me, just to find him. There he is. Or maybe even save him before he becomes a new corpse. This is why I prefer not to take any follower characters with me. They're too slow for my tastes. Oh. We should also give those bundles of weapons to Norris.
Here are 5 bundles of weapons.
Very good. That will help. Here is some gold for your trouble.
A decent amount.
Cliff is a blacksmith and will work for you from now on.
You did well, stranger. Now we can resupply our weapon stock.
Those 2 messages of Cliff leaving the group is a bit useless, don't you think? Now we can talk with Cliff again and he can teach us more about smithing.
Thank you very much, stranger. I will never forget what you did for me. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Camera, you're making the game look bad. Stop it.
Teach me something about being a smith.
Yeah, now we can learn more about being a smith. However, the only thing we really need is how do I sharpen my blade.
How do I sharpen my blade?
Go to the whetstone and let it rip. Slowly draw the blade from left to right and hone it evenly. That makes it nice and sharp.
That's the only skill you need from blacksmithing. So yeah, honing blades. You go to this whetstone, left click on it. You'll pull a random sword out of nowhere despite you not having one. And you can choose what blade you want to hone. Just left click on it and that's it. Honed blades are slightly better than normal ones. Let's see. Yeah. Blade damage here, I think it was 50 at first, now it's 60. So yeah, it increases blade damage a little. So it's slightly better. There's also something with making your own swords, which kinda makes it even more powerful because of being custom made, but I usually don't even bother. Actually never bother making a sword of my own. Only maybe for one quest which I was bored and decided to do anyway. But yeah, we're done with Reddock for now. I don't think there's anything else to do there besides coming back and saying Cape Dun is all cool now. And I'm not sure if you can see anything because it's pretty dark here, but we're going to Cape Dun. Just for the reference. Let's see. No hazards around. Just for the reference, Cape Dun is here. You might have better time finding it if you just go out during daytime when it's not raining as well. But it's just me not wanting to waste time anymore. What's this? A random hut out in the woods? I still don't know how to pronounce this guy's name correctly. I'll just call him Jens for now. So let's talk to Jens.
There aren't many travelers now that the orcs are here. Have you lost your way, or are you headed for the village?
Doesn't really matter what you say. So let's just act dumb.
What village?
So you lost your way after all. If you keep following the path to the coast, you'll get to Cape Dun.
And what will I find there?
Same thing you find everywhere these days. Orcs and mercenaries. Maybe you'll find work there if you're lucky.
What are you doing here?
I'm a hunter, but times are tough. Too many wolves and not enough game. Luckily, the orcs gave me a really good price for wolf skins.
Could you teach me how to hunt?
Of course I could. But what's in it for me?
What do you need?
Bring me 10 wolf skins that I can sell. The orcs in Cape Dun have plenty, and then I'll show you how to hunt.
Jens can teach you how to hunt if you decided to go to Cape Dun instead of going somewhere else. You see, that's the thing I really like about Gothic 3. You're not supposed to, well, you're not forced to go to Cape Dun right after Reddock. You can go to any other town you want. But just because Cape Dun is closer, I think most of the players will take it anyway. That was Silas, by the way. There's no point in talking with him because he's only gonna tell you, oh, you're this and that and shit. And some other things. So we're in Cape Dun. I'm not exactly sure if you can see it very well, but it's a town. Not the best looking one, but I like it anyway, just because it's, well, compact. I think we should find some place to sleep in. Oh, perfect. There's a bed just open for us. It's a bit dark for me. There we go. I should be able to see Cape Dun much better. So Jens wants some wolf pelts. But we go to the skills and we can see that we can't take any of animal skins. How are we supposed to get the wolf pelts, man? It's not a problem if you come here from some other town where the hunters do not ask you to do such things. But if you went for Cape Dunn, first thing, after Reddock of course, there is something that can help you out here. You see, yeah, the wolf skins are just lying around here. Just walk around Cape Town and you'll see it. Grab a few of those, like 10 or something. We don't need that axe. So you need about 10 wolf skins. They're all around Cape Town, so there's no problem finding them. You just gotta keep looking. And if you're missing some, just follow my steps. You'll find them. Oh, here's another one. Some wolf skins are pretty tough to find, especially during night, since they're pretty stuck up in the ground. But it's not too hard. You can find it no problem. Oh, I know that house. I will get the rest of the pelts soon. First, more quests. Yeah, the whole Let's Play of Gothic 3 will be mainly made out of quests. Well, this is a new looking character.
Hey, you! You look like you could use a few extra pieces of gold.
Sure I do.
Who are you?
A Hashishin, a servant of Beliar. I come from the south, from beyond your borders. I have come to your country to offer the orcs my services as a slave hunter.
Well, thank you, Gamal, for explaining something I was supposed to.
What do you expect me to do in return for your gold?
One of my slaves has escaped. Tarek, that mangy mutt. I can't leave here, and I need someone to go and catch him for me. What about you? You don't look like you're the squeamish sort.
I will catch Herrick for you. Where is he?
If I knew that, I would have brought him back, wouldn't I? He's probably still in the vicinity.
Oh,
Someone
you
may have seen
smart
him outside
ass.
of town.
A slave hunter's life seems...
Yeah, he's talking shit.
So,
It also tells you that there's a paladin captured in Cape Dunn and he's kept in a lighthouse. Right over there, if you can see it. Bit blurry. You can buy his equipment from another orc. But yeah, you can avoid doing that quest entirely if you just said I will not hunt people. But I would not suggest doing that. You see, if you want to get some more interesting things to happen later on, you'd want to help the Hashishin. Besides, Herrick isn't that hard to find. He's right here.
What? Who? What do you want? Go away.
He's not exactly very good at hiding,
Why are you running around
nor being
here?
intimidating.
Relax, friend. I'm only looking for plants.
Plants, is it? Got anything worth mentioning?
Sure, I have a few healing plants. You wouldn't happen to carry a piece of roast meat by any chance?
No.
Too bad. Oh well, doesn't matter. Guess I will have to eat the plants then.
If you have some roasted meat, it will let you choose whether or not to say no. Seeing as how I didn't, it just automatically said no.
I will now take you back to Gamal, your owner.
Oh, crap. Hey, don't lose your cool. I'm not looking for trouble. Let's talk.
He's not gonna tell you anything useful.
No talking. You will follow me now.
All right. If you can't be persuaded, I will...
Really, there's nothing Hara can tell you that is worth your time or his skin. Sure, he's going to say, oh, I know where to find a treasure. But really, there are much more useful treasures which you can find just by walking around by yourself. His treasure is shit.
Ah, my slave. Very good. Who knows what trouble he would have gotten himself into. Here. You've earned this bag of gold. And that's for you. I'll deal with you later, pal. There you...
If you want, you can talk to Gamal even more to learn more about Hashishin and what is the big deal with the orcs being in the desert. Or you can just do this.
Don't even think about it.
Huh? What are you talking about?
This chest belongs to Gamal. Touch it and I'll chop off your hand.
I see.
Hands off that chest!
Ain't he a very angry person?
What else do you want? Just get lost.
Like...
I'm going to relax a
Yeah,
little.
he just tells you where to find healing plants. Oh yeah, that's so hard to do. Oh shit. But anyway, if you're not very good on the being smart department, that can be useful.
Here it says something about alchemy.
Bookshelves are scattered all around Gothic 3. If you find one, you can learn more about ancient knowledge or alchemy. It will always give you +5 points on the respective thing.